Pornography. It's everywhere. With the advent of the internet, it's never been easier to access. It's estimated that over 30% of internet traffic is related to pornography. But what are the effects of pornography on men and their relationships? Many people believe that pornography is harmless entertainment. But the truth is that it can have a number of negative effects on men and their relationships with women. So let's dive in and explore the dark side of pornography. According to research, regular pornography consumption can lead to a number of negative outcomes for men. For starters, it can lead to a distorted view of women and sex. The women in porn are often portrayed as sexual objects, and the sex acts depicted are often violent or degrading. When men consume this type of content on a regular basis, it can begin to shape their view of sex and women. They may start to see women as objects rather than human beings, and may develop unrealistic expectations about sex and relationships. It's important to note that this isn't just a problem for men who watch extreme or violent pornography. Even softcore pornography can have a negative impact on how men view sex and relationships. Another negative effect of pornography on men is that it can damage their relationships with women. Men who consume a lot of pornography may struggle to connect with women on an emotional level and may have trouble forming deep, meaningful relationships. They may also struggle with sexual performance issues such as erectile dysfunction due to their unrealistic expectations about sex. So what can we do about this? Well, the first step is to recognize that pornography isn't harmless entertainment. It can have a real impact on our lives and relationships. If you're someone who regularly consumes pornography, it's important to take a step back and examine why you're doing so. Are you using pornography as a way to escape from your problems or to cope with stress? Are you using it as a substitute for real intimacy and connection? Once you've identified the reasons behind your pornography consumption, you can start to make changes in your life. This might involve seeking help from a therapist or counselor, or making a conscious effort to connect with people in real life rather than relying on pornography for sexual gratification. It's also important to recognize that pornography isn't just a problem for men. Women can also be negatively impacted by pornography, and it's important for us to work together to create a healthier, more respectful sexual culture. So what can we do to address the negative effects of pornography on men and relationships? The first step is to recognize that pornography addiction is a real problem that can have serious consequences. If you or someone you know is struggling with a pornography addiction, seek help from a qualified professional. Secondly, it's important to understand that healthy sexuality involves more than just physical pleasure. Emotional connection, trust, and intimacy are all key components of a satisfying sexual relationship. By prioritizing these aspects of sexuality, we can develop healthier attitudes towards sex and avoid the pitfalls of pornography. Thirdly, we can work to change the cultural narrative around pornography. Rather than glorifying it as a harmless pastime or a form of sexual liberation, we can acknowledge the harm it can cause and actively discourage its use. Finally, we can educate ourselves and others on the real impact of pornography on individuals and society as a whole. By spreading awareness and promoting healthy attitudes towards sex and relationships, we can work towards a future where pornography addiction is no longer a widespread problem. In conclusion, pornography addiction can have serious negative effects on men and relationships. It can lead to decreased self-esteem, intimacy issues, and even infidelity. By recognizing the problem, prioritizing healthy sexuality, changing cultural narratives, and educating ourselves and others, we can work towards a future where pornography addiction is no longer a widespread problem. Let's start the conversation today. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below with your thoughts on this topic. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to be notified when we release new content. Thank you for watching.